Shitswell. Welcome back to the BBC Birdwatch. Since our last episode, the Birds have had 2 matches, the first of which was against Bodie Hay. The Birds were short-handed that night, only fielding a team of 4. Impressively, though, they did win 3-1. Notably, Jason Becker had a couple of 200 games to start the match, and as per usual, the Birds fell apart in the last game and gave away that final point, but it's impressive to win short-handed 3-1. But the next week, when the Birds bowled Country Partners, finally, the Birds put together 3 games of really strong bowling, and they lost 1-3. But that's how it goes sometimes. But we did put together a highlight package. Here it is.
I wasn't really planning on doing one. Whoa!
I'm not doing it without Levander.
There it is. Well, boy, Scotty! Curtis Rasmussen, turkey in the tent. Turkey dip!
Oh yeah, I got it figured out. Called his own shot, boys. Called his own shot.
At least I don't remember that part. I'd like to hate his house. There we go.
Okay, so the last 2 weeks the Birds have been at 500. And there's been some controversy, again revolving around team captain Scott Bringelman. Here's Curtis Rasmussen after the first week's match where Scott was absent.
Curtis Rasmussen, BBC Birds bowling team. Short-handed tonight. 4 men, yet you pull out a 3-1 victory. Your thoughts?
3 again. Where's that come from? I mean, why can't we pull out 4? One little hill to climb. You know what? We keep coming up short. Kind of like Scott Bringelman.
What about Scott Bringelman? Another week and no Scott.
What about Scott Bringelman? Where is the leader? You know who had to lead tonight? Greg Rancine. He bowls second. He had to start us out. Where is Scott Bringelman? That's the question. That's not where Curtis anymore. It's where Scott.
Thanks so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Well, the next week after bowling, we caught up with Scott Bringelman to see what he had to say in rebuttal to Curtis.
Scott Bringelman of BBC Birds, the much maligned Scott Bringelman, some harsh words from Curtis last week. I know you probably haven't heard him yet.
Well,
No, we're not going to air that tonight. The Birds are all friends. They want to stay that way. And Scott would really like to keep the price of heifers as low as possible. That's going to have to stay in the Birdwatch vault for now. Well, finally tonight we have a very special interview. Joel from BBC Birds joins us live via satellite all the way from Germany. Joel, how you doing?
Yeah. No, I haven't been stuck at all this year. I don't think they have the guts, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, hey guy, Guten Tag from Deutschland. Really happy to be here. I've had a great time so far. Might have a bit of a delay problem there, Joel. Are there any other birds there with you, or are you there by yourself?
No, none of the other guys could make it. Greg didn't want to leave the country. Jason couldn't clear customs, and Scott backed out when he heard there wasn't breaded shrimp in Germany.
And why exactly did you feel the need to go all the way to Berlin, Germany?
Well, Guy, we're here to, as you know, the Birdwatch was taken off the air in Germany, and we're here to meet with the leaders of Germany to try to resolve the issue peacefully so the German people can enjoy BBC Birds bowling as much as everyone in America does.
Well, what have you gotten done? How's it going? Any progress?
Yeah, not so well. It turns out my German is really, really patchy at best, and they don't speak any English.
Well, you don't have a translator? Don't you think you should have thought of that ahead of time?
Yeah, I would have thought so too, but here we are.
Well, here's hoping things get better. We have a lot of fans in Germany. YouTube doesn't lie. So get it done, get something worked out. We need to be back on in Germany.
Okay, will do, Guy. Auf Wiedersehen.
Thanks, Joel. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the BBC Birdwatch. We will return next week at our normal time, Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in there when we can get the studio. In the slideshow, keep a special eye out for some pictures of Scott, Jason, and Joel at the USBC Awards ceremony in Kearney where they got their state championship plaques. And look for the Birds in Omaha, February 25th and 26th at the USBC Open. The team will bowl on Sunday at 1:30, and doubles and singles events will be on Saturday. For everyone at Bowlers Monthly Magazine and Suppa Productions, I'm Guy Schitzwell. Goodbye, everybody.
Time to end this suffering. I need a minute to myself. You will never get to me. What can be done, I'll do myself. What's around, what's fall? What's losing control? What's around, what's fall? No one about to break. What's around, what's fall? What's losing control? What's around, what's fall? No one about to break. Face the burn, no escape, can you step to this? Face the burn, no escape, can you step to this? Face the pain, face the pain. Rip me into pieces. Face the burn, no escape, can you step to this? Face the burn, no escape, can you step to this? Face the pain, face the pain. Rip me into pieces. Face the fear in front of me. I see the image of myself.